There's a moment most technicians recognize, usually late in the evening, when a new software update drops and you're quietly wondering whether it's just another version number change or something that actually matters in the workshop. This one falls firmly into the second category, because when ECU programmers expand real coverage instead of just polishing menus, it changes what you can realistically take on as a job the very next day. Welcome back to Baabji Motors. This is Hussein here, and today we're talking through the latest CG FC200 software update, version 1.3.4.2, and what it practically means if you work with engine ECUs on a regular basis. This video is shared purely for educational and informational purposes, meant to help technicians, learners, and automotive enthusiasts understand how the tool ecosystem is evolving. All trademarks belong to their respective owners, and any work on vehicles should always follow manufacturer procedures and local regulations. As we go through this, think about whether this update actually solves a limitation you've personally run into. And stay until the end, because I'll break down where this update is most valuable and where expectations should still stay realistic. The headline change in this release is expanded boot mode support, particularly for Toyota and Lexus DENSO engine control units. With the proper DAP adapter connected, the CG FC200 now supports multiple DENSO ECUs built around the 76F0039HD and 76F0038GD platforms, along with the 76F0085 family. In real-world terms, this opens the door for safer read and write operations on ECUs that previously forced technicians into riskier workarounds or outright job refusal. For workshops that see Japanese vehicles regularly, this alone can justify updating immediately. Beyond Toyota and Lexus, the update also adds a wide range of newly supported ECU types across different manufacturers. The MT62.1U platform now covers an extensive list of brands, including Huanghai, BIC, BYD, Chang'an, Chery, Dongfeng, FAW, Photon, Geely, Great Wall, JAC, Jinbei, Jiangling, Lifan, MG, Rowi, SAIC, Suzuki, GAC, Wuling, and Zhonghua. This is especially relevant for markets where Chinese platforms dominate daily repair traffic. On the European and American side, Ford SID209 is now supported in bench mode, while Peugeot and Citroën ME7.4.5 units using the ST10F276 microcontroller gain full boot mode coverage. That means fewer blocked ECUs and more predictable workflows when dealing with no start or corrupted software cases. Another practical improvement comes in the form of expanded VIN modification support. The software now allows VIN editing on Chery 9GC ECUs, Hyundai and Kia STMK43 units, and Chang'an Visteon STC113 and STC213 platforms. For technicians handling ECU replacement, cloning, or immobilizer-related corrections, this reduces the dependency on dealer-level tools and shortens turnaround time significantly. The most talked-about addition in this version, though, is CALID modification. Support has been added for Bosch M7.9.7, M7.9.7.1, and Me7.9.71 ECUs across a broad mix of manufacturers. This includes Buick, BYD, Chang'an, Chery, Chevrolet, Dongfeng, Geely, Great Wall, Hyma, Hyundai, Jinbei, Kia, Lada, Leopard, Mitsubishi, Polaris, SAIC, and GAC. CALID handling is one of those features that separates basic read-write tools from professional-grade equipment because it directly affects compatibility, fault-free operation, and post-programming stability. Used correctly, it can solve persistent mismatch issues that otherwise trigger immobilizer or communication errors. At Baabji Motors, we always stress that updates are not just about new brand lists, but about how confidently you can complete a job from start to finish. Version 1.3.4.2 of the CG FC200 is a meaningful step forward, particularly for workshops dealing with mixed fleets that include Japanese, Chinese, and European vehicles. It doesn't magically replace OEM tools, but it does close several gaps that technicians have been working around for years. So to answer the question I asked earlier, yes, this update is genuinely worth installing if you rely on ECU programming as part of your daily workflow. From my perspective, the strongest value lies in the expanded boot mode coverage and the addition of CALID modification, while VIN editing support continues to quietly save time on replacement jobs. If you disagree or have already tested this update in a difficult case, I'd really like to hear your experience in the comments. One extra tip before we wrap up. Always document the original ECU data and identifiers before making any VIN or CALID changes. Even with stable software, having a verified backup can save hours of recovery work if a vehicle comes back with an unrelated issue later on. If this breakdown helped clarify what the update actually offers, let's aim for 1,000 likes and 100 thoughtful comments, so we know this kind of deep dive content is useful to you. Share the video if it resonated with your own workshop challenges, and consider subscribing, because only a small percentage of viewers are currently subscribed, and that support helps Baabji Motors grow. Reach number 1 in this niche, and keep delivering detailed, real-world analysis. These videos take serious time, testing, and hands-on experience to put together, and every like, share, and subscription directly supports that effort. If you check the description and see tools linked through affiliate programs, those are there transparently and help support the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for learning along with us. And as always, keep pushing your skills and diagnosing smarter every single day.